Imagine cracking open a fresh egg for breakfast, its golden yolk glistening in the morning light, the shell still cool from the pantry. Now picture this. That egg was laid not days or weeks ago, but 2 whole years in the past. No refrigerator, no modern preservatives, just a simple, time-honored method that has kept it fresh and safe to eat. It sounds like something out of a storybook, but for some, it's a reality. 2 years after it was laid, without ever using a fridge. This isn't a trick or a modern invention, it's a practice rooted in tradition, passed down through generations who relied on ingenuity and nature's wisdom to feed their families. Sounds impossible? For the Amish, it's a way of life. Their days begin before sunrise, gathering eggs from the coop, tending to animals and working the land. Every task is done with intention, guided by values of simplicity and self-reliance. Their self-sufficient lifestyle means mastering nature's cycles and preserving food for lean times. In a world where seasons dictate what's available, the Amish have learned to make the most of every harvest, storing away not just eggs, but fruits, vegetables and grains to last through the coldest winters. While most of us rely on refrigerators and stocked grocery shelves, the Amish thrive without electricity, using skills passed down for generations. Their kitchens are filled with the aroma of home-cooked meals, made from ingredients preserved with care and patience, not technology. Preserving eggs is just one part of their resourceful approach to food security. It's a testament to their ability to adapt and thrive, even when resources are scarce or modern conveniences are out of reach. The secret? Sealing the eggshell to keep out air and bacteria using simple natural materials. Whether it's a coating of lard, a dip in water glass, or another age-old technique, these methods create a protective barrier that locks in freshness and keeps spoilage at bay. This method, older than electric refrigeration, lets families enjoy eggs year-round. Even in the heart of winter, when hens lay fewer eggs and the world outside is blanketed in snow, a hearty breakfast is always within reach. In this guide, you'll learn the Amish's most trusted techniques, like water glassing and lard coating. We'll walk you through each step, sharing the wisdom that has kept these communities nourished and resilient for centuries. These aren't just recipes, they're a chance to reclaim resilience and independence. By learning these skills, you're connecting with a legacy of self-sufficiency, and gaining the confidence to provide for yourself and your loved ones, no matter what the future holds. Sometimes the oldest solutions are the most enduring. In a world that's always changing, these simple traditions remind us that with a little knowledge and care, we can preserve not just our food, but our way of life. Why preserve eggs without a fridge? In our modern world, it might seem unnecessary, even old-fashioned, to think about keeping eggs fresh without the convenience of refrigeration. But if we look a little deeper, the reasons become clear and surprisingly relevant. For centuries, preserving eggs was a matter of survival, not just preference. Before the hum of refrigerators filled every home, families depended on their own ingenuity to keep food safe and edible through the lean months. Chickens lay abundantly in spring and summer, but as the days grow shorter and colder, their production slows dramatically. This natural cycle created a feast or famine rhythm, with eggs plentiful for only part of the year. Preserving eggs meant families could enjoy protein-rich meals even when hens stopped laying. It was a way to stretch the bounty of the warmer months into the depths of winter, ensuring that no one went hungry when fresh food was scarce. Before electricity, rural communities relied on root cellars, cool pantries, and clever preservation techniques, like water glassing or lime water baths, to keep eggs edible for months. These methods required no machines, just knowledge passed down through generations. The Amish still live this way today, proving that you don't need a power grid or modern technology to achieve year-round food security. Their traditions are a living example of resilience and self-sufficiency. In our own time, power outages, natural disasters, and economic uncertainty remind us that these old skills are valuable once again. When the lights go out or store shelves empty, knowing how to preserve food can make all the difference. Even today, backyard chicken keepers face the same springtime egg gluts as their ancestors. Suddenly, there are more eggs than you can eat, and the challenge becomes how to save that abundance for later. Learning to preserve eggs is empowering. It's a practical skill that creates a safety net for the unexpected, whether that's a storm, a supply chain hiccup, or simply wanting to waste less and save more. Preserving eggs connects us to our food in a deeper way. It encourages us to value what we have, reduce waste, and make the most of every season's harvest. With just a little knowledge and effort, you can provide for yourself and your loved ones in ways you may never have imagined, building confidence, resilience, and a true sense of independence. The Amish philosophy is about more than avoiding technology. It's about faith, family, and working with the land. Self-sufficiency is woven into every part of their lives, from growing vegetables to preserving eggs. Preserving eggs isn't a hobby, it's a vital part of their food system, ensuring the family is fed year-round. The whole family learns these skills, passing down knowledge and resilience. Their methods are simple, effective, and refined over generations. When we learn from the Amish, we gain more than a technique. We glimpse a culture of practicality and foresight. They preserve eggs not for nostalgia but for necessity. It's a powerful reminder that working with nature can yield remarkable results. For generations, the Amish have relied on a time-honored technique to keep eggs fresh long after the hens have stopped laying. This method, known as water glassing, is considered the most trusted and effective way to store eggs for the long term, especially through the lean winter months when fresh eggs are scarce. The process is surprisingly simple, requiring only 2 ingredients: clean water and pickling lime, also called calcium hydroxide. These are both easy to find and affordable, making this method accessible to anyone interested in traditional food preservation. When mixed together, the lime and water create a mineral-rich solution that coats each eggshell. This forms a natural seal, effectively blocking out bacteria and air, which are the main culprits behind spoilage. With this protective barrier, eggs can remain fresh and usable for up to 2 years, far longer than any modern refrigeration method. The key to success is starting with the right eggs. Always use fresh, unwashed eggs straight from the coop. The natural coating, called the bloom, is essential for keeping out contaminants. Washed or store-bought eggs have lost this protective layer and won't preserve well. Choose a food-grade glass or ceramic container for storage. Metal containers should be avoided, as they can react with the lime solution and spoil the eggs. To make the solution, dissolve 1 ounce of pickling lime for every quart of clean, non-chlorinated water. Stir thoroughly until the lime is fully mixed in, creating a slightly cloudy liquid. Carefully place the eggs into the container, always with the pointed end facing down. This helps keep the yolk centered and reduces the risk of breakage. Make sure each egg is completely submerged in the solution, with enough space so they're not crowded or touching too tightly. Cover the container with a loose-fitting lid or plate. It's important not to seal it airtight, as a little airflow prevents pressure buildup. Store the container in a cool, dark place like a cellar or pantry, away from direct sunlight and heat. Don't forget to label the container with the date you started. The ideal storage temperature is between 4 and 10 degrees Celsius, or 39 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, to keep the eggs at their best quality. Over time, you'll notice a white, chalky sediment settling at the bottom of the jar. This is completely normal and simply a sign that the lime is doing its job. When you're ready to use the eggs, remove them from the solution and rinse them thoroughly under running water to remove any lime residue before cooking or baking. You'll be amazed to find that water-glassed eggs look, taste, and cook almost exactly like fresh eggs, even after many months in storage. They're perfect for scrambling, baking, or any recipe that calls for eggs. Water glassing is more than just a preservation method. It's a cornerstone of Amish self-sufficiency, allowing families to enjoy wholesome eggs year-round, no matter the season. Lard coating is another Amish favorite, greasy but effective. Like water glassing, it seals the shell, but uses melted lard instead of lime water. Start with fresh, unwashed eggs, and gently melt lard until just liquid. Coat each egg completely with a thin layer, let it solidify, then store pointed end down in cartons. Keep them in the coolest, darkest spot you have, root cellar, basement, or unheated pantry. Lard-coated eggs last 6 to 9 months, easily bridging the winter gap. When ready to use, wash off the lard before cracking. It's a simple, space-saving method for turning perishable eggs into a reliable pantry staple. Not as long-lasting as water glassing, but perfect for most homesteads. Sometimes a little grease goes a long way. The root cellar is the Amish's natural refrigerator. Dug into the earth, it stays cool and dark year-round, ideal for storing eggs and produce. Even without preservation, unwashed eggs last 2 to 3 months in a proper cellar. The natural bloom protects them and the cool temperature slows spoilage. No cellar? Use a cool basement, unheated pantry, or the coldest spot in your home. Consistent coolness and darkness are key. Store preserved eggs here for maximum longevity. The root cellar is a simple, sustainable solution that works in harmony with nature. Not every egg is perfect. Cracked or dirty eggs can't be stored long-term, but they don't go to waste. Enter pickling, a classic way to turn imperfect eggs into a tangy, long-lasting snack. Hard-boil, peel, and pack eggs into jars. Cover with hot pickling brine. Vinegar, water, salt, sugar, and spices like dill or mustard seed. Seal and store in a cool, dark place. Let them sit at least a week for flavor. They'll keep for months. Pickled eggs are a delicious pantry staple and a testament to Amish resourcefulness. Waste not, want not, every egg finds its purpose. Even the imperfect can become something special. That's the homesteader's way. Success depends on following the rules. Cut corners, and you risk spoilage or illness. Never use washed or store-bought eggs for water glassing or larding. The protective bloom is essential. Only use fresh, unwashed, intact eggs. Inspect for cracks by candling. One bad egg can ruin a whole batch. Keep eggs fully submerged in lime water. Top up as needed. Store in a cool, stable environment. Warmth shortens shelf life. Water-glassed eggs may have thinner whites after a year, but are still great for baking or scrambling. Always crack preserved eggs into a separate bowl first. If it smells bad, toss it. Safety comes first. Respect the process and you'll enjoy safe, delicious eggs all year. The wisdom is in the details. In a fast-paced world, Amish egg preservation is more relevant than ever. It offers practical solutions for food security and waste reduction. When the power goes out, a crock of preserved eggs means peace of mind. These skills reconnect us to our food and foster appreciation for every egg. Even cracked eggs become pickled treats. Nothing is wasted. Embracing these traditions builds confidence and resilience. It's not about rejecting modern life, but choosing what to depend on. Timeless knowledge empowers us to live more securely and sustainably. Whether you're a homesteader or just curious, the 2-year egg is a lesson in self-reliance. Sometimes the simplest skills yield the richest rewards.